Hi! Thank you very much for tuning back in. My name is Fonny. In my channel, I talk about my houseplant and my Hoyas. In today's video, it is another episode of Hoya Bloom series. This particular Hoya that I'm going to show you flowering is a Hoya that I have told you about around December time last year. It is the third import that I have from ASEAN Plant Export. Can you guess which one is that? I can give you a hint. It has a very long thread of corona when it flowers. It is Hoya Flagellata. Let's have a closer look at this one over here. It just flowered yesterday, and I'm going to show you a little bit of close-up if you can see. This Hoya is very similar when it comes to flowering structure of Fuwaensis and also Soidauensis. However, I'm going to show you close-up of this flower and explain to you everything I know about the flowering of Hoya Flagellata. I'm just going to put this down a little bit first. So start off with the first part. How long does it take for this Hoya to flower the first time? It took around 4 to 5 months. If you remember the Hoya import unboxing that I have showed you, and also the Hoya import update around a month after that. This Hoya, it is very healthy when I received it in the import. I received it in late December in 2021, and now is May 2022. So the entire process from the plant got into my hand until it flowered, it is a total length of 5 months. Then the second part, the Peduncle Formation. If you take a look at the picture and video over here, you see that this is the peduncle that first formed. This is a picture that I've taken in 11th of April, and it is around a month until now that you see the flower. The time when I saw the first peduncle formation, it was completely out of my expectation, because the leaf itself, if you can refer to my video of the 1 month update of the Hoya import, it grows really healthily and really fast in terms of foliage. It also have super long tendrils, and I'm not really sure what I can expect from the long tendril. I can show you what I meant. If you see, the bottom part of this is the, well, I wouldn't say most of it is from the import, but I will say the size is around 1/3 when I received it. There's a lot of foliage growth over the 4-5 months. However, you see that the tendrils are super long and there is almost no leaves on the tendrils. What I did is I placed it in my IKEA cabinet. I kept it in a very optimum environment. The temperature is between 24 to 30, and the humidity is between 35, that is the time when I open the door, and almost up to 92% of humidity when I close the doors. So, and also it's really bright. I use grow light to provide the light for them. It has grow light from 7 o'clock in the morning until 9 p.m. in the evening. So it is an optimum environment that I'm providing them. However, it just pushed out super long tendril. It just gone through another level of the racket. So I just let it grow. And around, I would say a month ago, I suddenly saw a very tiny bit of peduncle formed. I can actually show you different stage of peduncle over here. If you can see this one here is a very tiny peduncle. This is a new peduncle that formed. I would say this is around a week or 2 week old, and very quickly it will develop to this size. This one I would say is around 3 weeks old. And from this stage, this one over here, to this one, it only takes a week to grow this size. And from this size of peduncle, grow into the opened flower bud. This one takes around 3 weeks, I would say. So the process of peduncle formation is pretty fast, as long as you have a peduncle formed from start of the peduncle all the way until the open up of flower buds. It takes around 3 weeks in my condition. And also now is spring time, so I feel like even though it's in the cabinet, the plant kind of feel it's time for them to flower. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. Then we move on to another part that is the flower that could potentially move. I have shown a video of Hoya Flagellata from other people. I noticed that everyone says that it will open during nighttime and close during daytime. That's why it's very difficult for them to take pictures of it. For Flagellata, you can refer to the video that I just posted recently. In my condition, it actually opened 24/7. I'm not sure for Flagellata because I just had this opened this morning. I'll let you know after I observed for a couple of days more and let you know whether it opened 24/7 under my condition or it actually closed during the day and open during nighttime. But I'll give you close up on the flowers. Then we move on to the flower shape. You can see that for Hoya Flagellata, today is day 1 of the flowered open. It is like a bell shape, very similar to Flagellata. It has that even more prominent pearly purple color. It's very mild of purple, but under the sun, you can see that shininess of the corolla. And the corona has a very, very long thread of corona. I'm not sure what that is called. Let me know in the comment box down below if you know the name of that long thread and what is the use of the long thread. Is this because it's easier for it to spread the pollen or any reason why it's really long? But I find it's really interesting. The first time when I saw this flower is on the Instagram of Camilla, the Swedish Hoya Society chairwoman. I saw that on her Instagram showing this very interesting flower shape. And that was the time when I told myself, well, it would be great if I have the opportunity to get myself a Hoya Flagellata and maybe one day I can see this in person. And today, I also show you together with my first-hand experience. Since my Flagellata is also having a flower at the moment, I think it will be very interesting to have both of the flower side by side, so then you can have a look at how similar they look like. This one here is Flagellata. See that under the sunlight? This one here is Flagellata. Let me try not to break anything. They're very similar in the texture, I would say. But the flower for Flagellata is larger than Flagellata. You have a look like this. And the texture is also hairy on the corolla. And this one is also hairy in the corolla for Flagellata. And I think the color itself is quite similar. Try to have a better angle. This one here is much better angle. So you see that for the color of the corolla, They're very similar color. For Soidaoensis, it has a larger flower compared to Flagellata, but the corolla of both of them seems to be very similar. It's very pretty when you have two flowers together. And of course, the long thread of Flagellata is super interesting. Here it is the 4th day of the flower has been opened. Well, actually, I am not sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment box down below. It only opened on day 2 when I showed you the close-up of how the opened flower looked like. I thought it will open up during nighttime, but now it is around 6 p.m. I also had a look at it at 9 p.m. Also had a look at it when it's 6 a.m. It is like closed, very much closed like this. So I wonder if it will ever open again. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know in the comment if this will open again or this will drop tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. But you can see it is pretty tightly closed. Today is day 5 since this has opened. Yeah, you can see that the flower is fully closed and also it starts falling already. You see that over there, it's like dropping. And yeah, as I explained in day 4, it only opens in day 2 and then it started to close and never really open in my condition. So yes, catch your moment in early time to see and admire the flowers. Then we move on to the flower scent. Let's take a look together. Oh, this one actually has a flower scent that is a bit stronger than Fuaensis, because for Fuaensis I can't really smell anything, but for this one it smells a little bit floral. It's nothing similar to Hoya lacunosa or Croniana or even Bertonier, that kind of sweet, strong floral scent, but it's a very clear and pure flower scent. It's not very strong. It's just a teeny hint. I would say it smells really good. It smells floral, but you really need to sniff hard to get that scent. Then we move on to the flowering duration. Look, I just got this flowered today. Today is day 1, as I mentioned. I'm going to leave a comment down here to tell you how long does it last for and when it started to fall the first flower. Yeah, I'll let you know on that one. Then we move on to the Peduncle Nature. This one is the first time for me to see it flower, and it is flowered from a new peduncle that has formed under my condition. So I can't really tell directly. However, from what I observed of this flower type and also how the peduncle looks like, it looks like a rebuddable peduncle. Which means that the peduncle could be rebudded and rebudded again, and the spur will grow longer and longer when the flowering frequency has increased. So yeah, I believe it is a peduncle that could be rebudded again. I think this is everything I know about Hoya Flagellata. If you have any questions in regard to the care tips, or if you have any suggestion you would like to give me in terms of Flagellata care tips, or how could I grow leaves on the long tendril, please leave your comment down below and I can learn something from you, and potentially I can share some of my experience with you as well if you have any particular questions that I haven't covered in this video. If you are interested in this type of content and you don't want to miss out next time when I post a new video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out next time. Until next time, I wish everyone is having a great day, and I'll see you next round. Bye!